But I just really wanted to discuss this topic today and explain to you guys that we got to keep our eye on traditional markets because it will impact your trading, right? It will impact your investing. It'll make you a better trader and investor if you understand that Bitcoin is a part of the global economy and it is affected by global market environments. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is down 6% over the past 24 hours, currently trading around 9,340. A lot of people right now are wondering what happened. Why did Bitcoin sell off? Well, a lot of you guys who follow me on Twitter may have already seen my posts. Currently, the S&P 500 is down over 5%. We did see a major rejection today. This is the S&P chart from the beginning of February until where we are now. And looking at this chart, if I just click on the Bitcoin daily chart as well, and we look at this comparison, what we can see is that Bitcoin saw its record-breaking sell-off to 38.58. We've never seen anything like that in Bitcoin history. At the same time as the S&P saw its record-breaking sell-off. And what's interesting is that the S&P just saw major rejection, down 5.24%. Guys, when the S&P is down over 5% in a single day, that's big news in the stock market. And if we look at Bitcoin, we did see a drop today, the same day that the S&P is down 5.25%. Guys, it is not a coincidence that the S&P came to its low point at the same time as Bitcoin came to its low point as well. And it's also not a coincidence that at the end of 2018, when the S&P saw its major market low, Bitcoin also found its major market low. And the next point where Bitcoin entered the 3K range at 38.58, what was the S&P doing? Well, that was recently as the S&P dropped down during its record-breaking sell-off. So we do have a correlation taking place here, where major market lows and major market peaks do generally line up. So a lot of people in crypto have been very misled over the years. They have been told that there is no correlation, that Bitcoin is not correlated to the stock market, that Bitcoin is hedged against everything about traditional markets. And honestly, guys, that is extremely misleading, and this is an extremely important thing that you need to listen to right now. Over the past 10 years, as Bitcoin has emerged, people read Satoshi's white paper and they realized that Bitcoin is a hedge against the fiat currency system. Bitcoin is a hedge against the endless printing of fiat currency, so Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Nowhere in Satoshi's white paper did he ever talk about Bitcoin acting as a magical hedge against the stock market. That was never discussed. And the reason why right now it's not possible for Bitcoin to actually be a hedge against the stock market is because Bitcoin over the past decade has become a part of the global financial system. Bitcoin has been integrated into the global financial system. Even though Bitcoin is considered alternative money, it is still a part of the global financial system, and it is affected by the global markets. Bitcoin has never acted as a hedge against the stock market, ever. And there is no reason why it should. It was not designed to be a hedge against stocks. It was designed to be a hedge against inflation, against the endless printing of fiat currencies. Some of you out there may not believe me right now. Some of you may be saying, Kevin, that's not true. Everyone told me that Bitcoin was a hedge against the stock market. That's what everyone's saying. That's what all the experts were saying. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that the experts are wrong. People like Al Pompliano on Twitter, he is absolutely incorrect. Guys, let's take a look at some of the Twitter posts I put out today. If you don't follow me on Twitter, guys, definitely follow me on Twitter. So we already looked at this comparison in the video where the S&P and Bitcoin both bottomed at the same time and both recovered at the same time, and today have both sold off at the same time. It's not always correlated, but it is generally correlated, and that's what we've seen. Some of you may still not believe what I'm saying, so let's go to the next post that I put on Twitter today. This is a chart of Bitcoin and the S&P side by side from the beginning of 2017 to where we are now. Both Bitcoin and the S&P were on an extended bull run for a long time. And at the end of 2017, both found their major market peaks. Both sold off at the same time. Then they both saw a major dump at the exact same moments, and they both found their major market lows at the exact same time. Bitcoin found its peak at 14K, sold off. The S&P traded sideways and then recovered. And as Bitcoin found its ground at 6430, the S&P was seeing all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. Bitcoin began running to the upside. This area, the correlation was a little bit different, right? Bitcoin wasn't directly correlated at this moment, and that's my point. It's not always correlated and it's not directly correlated, but what we can see is that the major market peaks and major market lows generally do line up. Correlation does not mean same percentage gains. Correlation does not mean exact same movement. That is not what correlation means. In order for something to be correlated, it doesn't mean it has to be exactly the same. For example, Apple, the company Apple, their stock is included in the S&P 500. Their stock is heavily correlated with the S&P. And if you're looking at Apple stock here and you compare that with the S&P, you can see that, well, there's actually differences here. Does that mean they're not correlated? No, that's not what correlation means. Just like Bitcoin and the S&P are heavily correlated as well, but doesn't mean they have to do the exact same type of movement all the time. So again, just to recap, guys, we have to keep an eye on the stock market, and we have to now accept that Bitcoin is a part of the global economy, and the global market environment does now affect Bitcoin, and it has always affected Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation, not stock market movements. So right now, in my opinion, we got to keep a close eye on the stock market. Is this the reversal that people have been looking for? We're now down 5.46% today for the S&P, coming back to 3,015 right now. You know, is the S&P going to be able to hold some of these previous resistances as new support and actually, you know, possibly maintain this region? Or are we going to see a sell-off sooner rather than later? This is all very hard to predict, and this is all very hard to just say based on technicals. When you have these major events, like this global pandemic, the Fed printing tons of money to pump the market, you know, it's very tough to predict just based on technicals what the market's going to do. If the S&P doesn't continue this sell-off, I do think that Bitcoin could actually see a breakout to higher prices. If the S&P sees a very harsh dump, Bitcoin will probably sell off as well to prices like 7,700 or lower. But we'll talk about that in a future video. That's all I wanted to discuss for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely hit that like button. Share this video with people that you think may not understand this concept. I'm really interested to see all of you guys' opinion in the comment section below. Also, the CryptoWatch platform is my preferred platform for charting and trading. It is a very unique platform. I just made a tutorial for the CryptoWatch platform, which you can watch at the end of this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.